All right, all right. It's 4:30. We still have a full house. That's amazing. Thanks for being with us. This is the last session of the day, so I hope you still have some energy left for what we have prepared for you. So, a deconstruction of ads. That's what's ahead of us, what it means. We want to go through about 7 ads with these amazing ladies and discuss why some of these ads are performing well, why the others are not as well, what they have in common, and have this discussion around best and worst performers, UGC versus gameplay, or also short versus long creatives. And I hope that at the end of this session, you'll be able to spot some patterns, things that you can test tomorrow once you come back to your creative teams, and you can explore whether that works for you as well. So that's a quick introduction, and let's go to our amazing panelists. Because you already know their name and their company, I would like to ask them a bit different question, and that's what do you actually enjoy the most at work, and what's your marketing superpower? So Mirai, can we start with you?
Hello everyone, I came from Istanbul and my name is Mirai. I'm working as a growth manager for 2 years in Mynet Games. So the most exciting things for me is our business is so dynamic, so we need to be updated all the time. I read a lot, I make many analyses and stuff. So I feel like I can make an impact in my company because I can support all the teams, sometimes product team, sometimes growth. So yeah, this is my thing.
Thanks a lot. And because we'll be discussing creatives, so a follow-up question. Do you produce creatives internally? You use some freelancers, external agencies, or a combination of all of these?
Yeah, we are doing everything internally right now, yeah.
So how big is your creative team?
Actually, five people we have in the creative teams. We focus on puzzle genre. Mm-hmm. So we are working on 2 different games. One of them is PvP, the other one is single player. So we are working really hard.
All right, thanks a lot. Jeannie, how about you?
Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. So what I enjoy the most, I think when the CPI gone down because we did a good job. In general speaking, is to have a successful campaign and successful release of everything we do. And my superpower is and be fortunate in my life because I work as a product manager and then marketing. So I have the possibility to mix like all the KPIs, understanding of the game, and then all the marketing part. I think is my superpower. Mm-hmm. And we have work internally. So we have the creative team internally as well. We need to fight with the guys for PC console because we have to share resources. But we have also around 6 people in the creative team. Mm-hmm. But for the user acquisition part, we work internally and also with some agencies.
Thanks a lot. So why I'm here again, not only being clown and entertain you, but also at a agent to help companies to produce great creatives, both for store listing and also video ad creatives for businesses such as Supercell, Square Enix, or Good Game Studios. And those of you who follow me, let's say on LinkedIn, know that I'm super passionate about this topic. So if we have 3 hours, I can stay here 3 hours and discuss creatives only. So what we have for you today, it will be a quiz. We will show you a pair of ads. You will guess which one is the best performing creative. Then we'll ask our ladies which actually is the best performer. And then we'll deep dive into the reasoning behind. And hopefully we'll see some of these patterns I already mentioned. So are you ready? Yeah. Okay, so let's start with your ad, Jeannie. That's for game...
Yeah, it's farming simulation game called Fantasy Town.
Yeah, and the first one is
Grandma,
here.
your house is always so flowery and shiny. What is your inspiration?
Hold on, I have a secret.
Seriously?
It's my secret. It's Fantasy Town. In Fantasy Town, you build towns, farm crops, make friends, and explore dreams.
Oh, Grandma's never run out of hugs or cookies.
Harvest your dreams in Fantasy Town. Download it now.
All right, the second one. So think, and I will ask a couple of you, what's your guess? So Nadir, A or B?
I'll go for B.
Leonard?
I go for B as well.
Any other guest? Yuri? That's quite similar to your game, isn't it?
It looks very much like our part of our game, so I would vote for A.
Okay, so Jeannie, who's the winner?
So the winner is A,
Oh,
but I have to say that the B works good, but definitely no as the A option.
all right. I'm curious about this particular ad because these actors, are they real family?
No, it was a good casting.
Yeah, actually, indeed. So tell us, why do you think this ad works well?
So for us, all the time we try this gameplay that always work good, but then we try to go more in the emotional part. And also in our game, we have two types of audience. The main one is 25 plus female, and the second one is like 45 plus. And we try to do like these emotional links between generation. This is why the lady looked like very badass, and then the sweet grandma. And at the end, we try to do something different, not just gameplay. And we found this agency that you can choose your actors and stuff. And the idea also it was my idea. I was like, oh, why we don't do something like cute with my grandma, la la la. So then, at the end, to be honest, I was a little skeptical when I saw the lady with the full of tattoos, because in the casting I couldn't see the tattoos. So I was a kind of skeptical, like, oh my gosh, the people will say, what is this? But then we tried to, explore the part of this new generation who also play this type of games. Mm-hmm. Works. So, yeah.
So do you always come with the concept internally and then brief the actor, or do you also give space creators to come with their own ideas?
Normally we come internally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirai, how about you?
We do that internally as well, and I'm responsible of the script most of the time. So sometimes I feel productive, and sometimes I don't feel at all. So I'm using ChatGPT for to get scripts, and so it's fun. You can try it too. So.
Let's stay with you. Why do you think the second ad is losing points? What's bad about it? What would you improve if you are in charge?
I guess it's a good idea splitting the screen, so you can show more things on the screen, but it looks a bit complicating at first sight because lots of things going on at the same time. So maybe I would prefer to add text on the left side and to watch gameplay on the right side at the same time. So it would be work and it would be fine, I guess. I give a shot. So yeah, that's why I guess.
Thanks a lot. So let's get to your ads. Yeah. So second round. So as you can see, this is a match-free game with the decoration meta layer. And we are showcasing now two ads that are focusing on the meta, and the second pair will be focusing on gameplay. So the second contender. So again, quick question to the audience, A or B?
B.
B. A.
Okay. Who's the winner, please?
A, the garden one.
A.
And Oscar goes to...
Do you see, in general, better performance of these ads that showcase the meta layer, which is a bit more aspirational, or the core gameplay?
Actually, this is a hard question because it depends. We get lower CPI and higher CTR with the meta easily, yes. But when we are using core gameplay in our videos, our rotation rates getting higher and higher. So the both concepts are really important for us, and we are using them all the time. So.
They both share the same music, the same, let's say, creative direction. Why A is performing better than B? What's your hypothesis?
Yeah, we tried a lot. So I think people like to see green backgrounds and see outsides more than the inside visuals. That's the first main reason. And the first video starts with the text, so users don't have to focus on it and trying to figure out what's going on here, because we are just giving the goals at the first, decorate, just finish it. So it starts like that, and they sympathize with the main characters at the first videos. And on the second video, there's no text, and the board is a little bit small in here, so freeze is small in the second one, so maybe they couldn't get the gameplay, the exact gameplay in here. Maybe they couldn't understand. And we use boosters and special pieces in the first one, but on the second one, we didn't just show them a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much, I guess, yeah.
You have used one interesting trick that we have discussed in the backstage. And if you look on the left, once there's this gameplay sequence, you see how the finger is speeding up. The gameplay is like very fast, which I believe is genius because you can transfer the message in a shorter time and keep the attention to what comes next.
Yes.
Jean, is it something that you have tried before, or do you think it's worth testing?
No, what we try, of course, is the typical when you start the farming by scratch and you accelerate all the processes when you get like the massive farm, and also work pretty well because it's not take you 2 days and watching the ads until you get reach the level you see something.
It doesn't fit on your
So
game.
yeah, I think this is something like the user want to see. It's kind of inspirational to see in a case of a farming game. In this one, it's also you see that you have fun fast, let's say, and in the farming case, it's more like you see what you can reach the goal at the end. So, yeah.
Yeah, we are trying to iterations and different speed all the time for all the videos.
That's smart. We'll try it as well. So let's get into the third round, and back to your game, Jeannie.
Welcome to Fantasy Town. You can build and organize your town however you want, but my favorite thing about being mayor is trading. It's like spreading happiness. It makes my town prosperous and my citizens happy. Download Fantasy Town today.
The second one. Okay, so now everyone will vote. So who thinks A is the winner? Hands up. 1/3. B's? Hands up. That's pretty much equal. 50-50. Okay, so what is the winning creative, please?
B.
B.
Yes.
Which is interesting because previously it was AGC creative, now gameplay creative. And again, interesting casting. This actor is, again, like very prominent. So what's your hypothesis that B is better performing?
Yeah, so in this case, we showcase basically gameplay in both, but it's our hypothesis of why we understand the other works better. You can see clearly the gameplay in the winner, but in the other one, you see the lady that distracts you somehow, and this is the main topic, what we think the purely gameplay works better.
And have you tried exchanging the actor or the outfit to make her like less prominent in the ad?
And no, in this case, we are trying something else, like is basically remove to have the big screen running the gameplay and have just a small lady speaking. So it's the next text we plan to do. So we didn't do that. I can share the result after this going.
Please do so. There's one interesting thing about this loser. because in one other version, it's actually very well performing ads. So let's compare side by side the loser here, which has also a version that's performing very nicely. So you can see it's pretty much identical. They are different only in length and the composition based on the aspect ratio. And that was an interesting thing we have discussed when preparing for this session. So what's your theory? Shorter creatives perform better or anything else?
So it depends of the video, but in this case, for us, the short version didn't work out. The long version worked because they show all the main features of the game. Mm-hmm. So, and in the other one was like too short, and we didn't showcase what all like the variety of the features was not enough time to show them. Okay. So we have some situation where the 15-second performs better than the 30-second, but in this specific one, I think that the people want to see all the features, and especially after the lady is like distracting people, I think they want to have a long one, then they can see really what is the gameplay about.
Mm-hmm. Mirai, are you testing also shorter, longer versions? Is it something that's part of your creative testing process?
Sometimes yes, mostly for UGCs. So I think longer UGCs are more useful for us because users feel more engaged with the video and with the game. So this is the main point, I guess. Good job. I like it. Thank you.
You've also started the winning creative with this big headline. And is it something that you are like testing separately, like these hooks, which is then followed by like one single gameplay?
Yeah, so we also do a lot of tests, like showcase one specific feature. So we showcase and put the call to action specifically for the feature. So sometimes we try like, because the game is not just a farming game, it's have a lot of different elements, like some very soft RPG element, plus have some mini games stuff. So sometimes we want to just showcase the mini games. But to be honest, the result, when you go deep in basically promote the other features, then the conversion is not so good when you see the full picture. I think the people in this case need the farming element always.
Yeah. Good learning. So the core of the game should be showcased. Perfect. So are you ready for the last round? Yeah? All right. So let's get into this. Gameplay creatives. So for the last time, hands up please for A's. A, not that many. And B, whoa, okay.
Yes, you're right. B is the winner, obviously.
Why? And a follow-up question, when I saw it for the first time, when you sent over the file, I was like, this is an Easter creative? Is it just a coincidence that it reminds me Easter because of the basket? Or is it like all season long creative?
Actually, no. We just focus on our team because we need to create an appropriate theme for the game. So there are tons of freeze on the screen and they seem so colorful. So we need to collect them. So this is the best way to collect in the basket, you know. So the idea came up like that. The first video has a smaller board that we discovered that small boards are not perform very well for us. I think it was 5 to 6, I don't know. But after seeing that, we gave a chance the videos again, and we used the same concepts with the 8 to 12 board, yeah, bigger board. So it performed very well. So we discovered that bigger boards means really higher performance for us. So we started to use it. On the second video, at the B version, there's a sliding board which works pretty well for us because this makes constant movement on the screen. So users keep watching it, and you can give the core gameplay really clearly and simply. This is a big plus for us because it impacts our retention rates really positively. So yeah, that's all for now. And they both start with the text. We use all the time text, and it's really good point for us and really important. And also, on the second one, we have a CTR button. Maybe you all see this. So it's triggered the users, you know. It's small details, but effective, still effective.
Thanks for sharing. We have the last 2 minutes, so let's bridge it to takeaways. Could you share your checklist, what makes a best creative?
Would you like to start?
Well, I think to get the best creative, you need to test a lot. It's not something, I mean, you need to, number one, test a lot, iterate a lot to check which is the color, which is the callback, which is the content. And of course, you need to have like a clear strategy. So yeah, you want first promote all the feature gameplay stuff, and then you go with the emotional part, and then you go another round. But I think the first thing to find the best creative is to be simple, to start with a gameplay creative, test a lot, check what it works, and then just go crazy and do more stuff.
Perfect.
Totally agree. And I can add a few points for our games. As we are in soft launch right now, the retention rate is really important for us. Because of that, we avoid fake ads. So we are mainly focused on our meta, our core gameplay, and we trying to make it simple and clear and understandable. So that works for us. Sometimes we are adding some instrumental VFX behind it, and sometimes we are using UGCs as well. So yeah, we are iterating a lot, so you can imagine. That's all, I guess.
Thank you very much. So I would sum it up as start simple, then go crazy. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.